Tip-off time. Patriots, Vikings, boys game. Here we go. Blake Stanger with the ball. And they give it off to Gage, who's trying to give Jack Cooper a touchdown low. Spins off his defender. Layup up and no good. And that's going to be over. An aggressive play by Jack Cooper to start off.
And today we're ready for it'll be a good game today. Patriots 5-8, Omaha North 6-7. Patriots coming off 2 straight losses, but recently they've been playing a lot better. Been playing, really well just as a team as a whole.
So Cooper picking up a foul 19 seconds into this one. That leaves number 20 open for a shot for the Vikings. That's Daryl Bennett getting on the board first.
No time wasted by Bennett hitting the 3 early on. And it'll be a big thing for the Vikings. If they can keep making their shots, the Patriots are really going to need to lock down on defense.
Gage with the ball at the top of the key. Now swings it over to Albert. Blake looking to create. And now we got an injury. It is Daryl Bennett who's down. They're going to have to stop play eventually. Still not moving. Albert underneath, tracks down the board, it's good, and now finally a timeout.
By number 30, Trevor Albert.
So Bennett's down with an injury. While we have the chance, let's talk about Omaha North, Joey. 6-7 on the year, a very inconsistent team. What do they do? We want to tell our viewers that they did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, definitely been a lot of inconsistency. Their 3rd game of the season, their about 6th game of the season, they beat Millard North by 3. They were a team where you don't expect a ton, and they went out, they beat Millard North. Their 2nd game of the season, they beat Omaha South. So they had a lot of huge wins, but then their last game against Elkhorn South, who Millard South beat in a close game, they lost by 23. So it's really been a lot of inconsistency by this team. A lot of teams that the Patriots beat that they weren't successful against, and the other way around. So it'll be interesting to see which Vikings team we see today.
Middle of the pack in terms of scoring, Omaha North getting 58 points per game. Here's their leading scorer, 21 points per game. 3 balls, no good for Walsall. And Gage Stanger pushes it up. Now picks up his dribble. Cooper looking to go to work, get some space. Albert flares to the 3-point line. Yes!
3-point shot, Trevor Albert.
Well, you see them gradually trying to begin a double team on Cooper as he gets the ball into the paint. That leaves Albert wide open on the top of the key for a 3.
And that 3-pointer has been huge for Albert. Tied for first in the team with a 41% 3-point percentage this year. He's been fantastic lately, the Millard South's top scorer so far.
Good hands by Blake Stanger to force the turnover. We're 2 minutes into this one now with the Patriots having a 5-3 lead. Chul goes out on that pass from Stanger. Cooper unable to finish down low.
Great pass to Cooper.
Williams gets that ball stripped underneath. And good hands by Albert. It's going to be off of him.
And Albert really had a huge role on defense this year, averaging 3 blocks a game, and obviously about a week and a half ago he tied the school record with 8 blocks in a game. So he's been a huge part of this team's defense. Unfortunately, with that comes fouls, 2.6 fouls per game, but in these home games we've seen him get in foul trouble very often.
Chul gets a shot blocked. So Walt Chul 0 of 2 to start out this game for the Vikings. By far their leading scorer. The next closest one is Keyshawn Williams. We've seen him getting on the action, number 4.
Yeah,
North averaging 12 points per game.
Limiting Chul is the top key for the Patriots. 20.8 points per game, 6.4 rebounds. He's been fantastic. He's been efficient.
Harding drives, leaves Albert in the corner. 3 ball, no good. Good contest by Decker. And a good deflection of Stanger. Now numbers for Omaha North. And an easy layup.
Basket by Deshaun.
And that is Deshaun Higgins. Quick pace. Blake Stanger drives baseline. Good feed to Harding. Open 3 in the corner. Air ball. And nice job by Blake Stanger. No foul called. He gets hit from behind. Cooper gonna try a 3. That's no good. Long rebound out to Gage. And that is an easy layup.
Nice job right there. Early on in this game, we've seen a lot of aggression, a lot of tough play. So it'll be interesting to see if they, both teams stay at this fast pace or if they start to slow it down, kind of cool in.
Williams with the ball. Now he gives it off to Jaron Lewis. Lewis looking to create. Now off to Decker. Now Chul with the ball, guarded by Albert. Crosses him up. Good move by Chul and the foul.
Fantastic move right there. Going up strong, getting a nice little finish, and now he goes the opportunity to convert the and one.
Number 3, Blake Stinger, his correction, number 30, Trevor
Now
Albert,
both bigs. Seems to be a reoccurring theme every time we get a call game here at Millard South. Is the bigs kind of getting some foul trouble early on in the first quarter. Cooper with one and now Albert with one.
Yeah, and luckily the majority of the home games we've called, the Patriots came out on top and it hasn't played a huge issue. But we've seen a lot of players for the Patriots, a lot of starters especially, having to sit a lot because they've have to worry about fouls.
Dangerous pass there by Gage Stanger. Cooper now looking to drive left. Spins back, and that's going to be a reach and foul. And it's Bennett who just checked back into the game, and he's still bothered by whatever issue he's got going on with that leg.
And Cooper, after a little bit of a slow stretch, he's really been stepping up lately. In his last 3 games against Burke, last game he had 14 points, 5 rebounds. Before that, 14.7 rebounds. Before that, 15 points, 8 rebounds. So he's played a huge role, been one of the top scorers, top rebounders, and a great defender.
This isn't exactly the greatest passing Omaha North team on the offensive end. We'll get to that in a little bit. Cooper now going against Chol down low. Quick double. Now back to Cooper. And that's going to be blocked. Let's see who they called on. It's going to be number 3, Deshaun Higgins. And that's one way.
Foul charge.
That's one way you can get Chul out of the game. I mean, we see teams go at our bigs all the time trying to get them in foul trouble because it's clearly Millard South isn't as good of a team without both bigs on the floor at once. So, I mean, that's usually opposing team's goal. Maybe if we can get Walt Chul into foul trouble,
Yeah, and it's no secret that Chul's been the top scorer by a landslide. Behind that, you have Kayshawn Williams with 11.8, but that's nowhere near the offensive production that Chul's had this season. So shutting him down, getting him in foul trouble would be huge for the Patriots.
And he's been guarding Cooper. It's like the 3rd time they try to give it to Jack Cooper down low. In the first 4 minutes of this one, Patriots with a 9-8 advantage. Jaron Lewis with the ball. And they work it around. Williams looking to create on Stratman. Up and under. No foul called. Off the glass, no good. And battle for the rebound is won by Stratman. Now a turnover, and that's going to be an easy lay-in before Higgins.
And a faulty error right there for the Patriots. Got to make sure you think a little bit before that pass. Either way, Patriots looking to bounce back right here.
Stratman. Now this time there's going to be a foul called before yet another turnover by the Patriots.
The big key for the Patriots today will just be slowing down the pace. Turnovers have played a lot of effect in their games recently, so they got to make sure they're thinking a little bit before these passes, making sure they're making the smartest move.
Cooper's going to take a seat. Back into the game is Harding, dealing with a little bit of an illness, we were told.
Yeah, as of this morning, he was questionable. He didn't play the last game against Burke. Been bad with sickness, but he's here today hoping to make a big role for his team.
Cutting to the basket is Gage Stenger. Left his layup short. Now Harding tracks down the loose board. And the foul! And did they call that on the floor?
An unfortunate call. Like you said, that one will be called on the floor. Looked like he was going up, but that's all right for the Patriots. It's early on enough, only down by 1. They're going to look to take advantage of this.
It appeared to be that it was in the shot, but
it did.
Early on. Now, if it was 4th quarter, there might be a different story, but a great recognition by Jaron Lewis. Lewis attacks. Shot almost blocked by Albert. It's going to be a long rebound out to Higgins, and now Williams will reset.
Yeah, Lewis, great defensive aggression. He read that pass perfectly.
Good defense on Chul by Gage Stenger. Gage working with him one-on-one. Chul attacks. Errant layup. It's a pretty wild shot. Battle for it underneath. Decker gets that blocked by Albert. And now that's going to be a loose ball foul on Lewis.
And these early fouls for the Vikings really could come back to bite them. They got to make sure they're limiting these, playing a little bit smarter defense. Now their 5th foul, just with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
And that's team 5.
Already 5 fouls on Omaha North. Good news for Patriot fans watching. Ten to 9 still. Omaha North here on top. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mungeon. Oh, nice cut down low. Gage with the easy 2.
Perfect play. Nice recognition of the cut. Great job by Mungeon finding him.
Very good recognition on that one. Checking into the game is Mason Strong. Number 11 for the Vikings. Now Chul spins off Harding. Great move by Chul. And that's going to be a timeout by Millard South. Back and forth we go in the first quarter of this one. Vikings currently up 1. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Back here. Omaha North showing a little bit of a press, trying to slow the pace down. Gage races up the court with it. Now Mungeon. Oh, nice look down low. Cooper cannot handle the feed.
And while it was unsuccessful with the turnover, nice job again by Mungeon finding the open man.
Yep. Good help defense on Chul. Very quick. Off the first step is Chul. Higgins is going to lose it. Harding now in the open floor. Oh, wow. What a play by Chul, stealing it away before Harding could even get off the ground with it.
And Chul already playing a huge role, even when he's not scoring. We've seen great passes, great defensive intensity. And a foul called on Gage Stanger.
Foul charge to Millard South, number 2. Gage Stinger, his first personal, team 3.
And one thing you mentioned earlier was how Omaha North has struggled a little bit with assists. Right now they're averaging 6.3 assists per game. To give you a little more insight, the Patriots are at 13.3, so over double what Omaha North has, and that's just something that Omaha North needs to improve on. They need to make sure that Chul isn't their only guy getting buckets, that they're moving the ball, distributing it a lot more.
For sure. Williams with the ball, guarded by Blake Stanger. Chul open 3. Left is short, and that is an over in the back. It'll be on Keyshawn Williams. Going to be the 6th team foul of the half.
Foul charge to Omaha North, number 4. Keyshawn Williams, his second personal.
And it's not often you see a team about in the bonus in the first quarter. That's definitely a huge thing that could play a big factor in the game for both teams.
Albert and Cooper both back onto the floor together. Be very interested to see. Oh, now a long pass here by Gage. Cooper regathers himself and the foul.
Basket by Jack Cooper.
We saw they were playing that press, and Omaha North had all 5 guys above the 3-point line. So
number 20.
Good pass gets Cooper an easy layup, and that's what happened.
Yeah, we've seen the last 2 times they've done that press. The Patriots have gotten past it pretty easily, but I do like the idea by Omaha North. So far, the Patriots have struggled with a little bit of sloppiness, some turnovers, so the press is a good idea to force even more turnovers. However, it has not been working so far.
I'd be pretty curious to see what the plus-minus differential is for the team as a whole when Cooper and Albert are both on the floor versus when they're not on the floor together.
Yeah, because it's known that they play a huge role. And it really is great together because we see Cooper working on the inside and Albert getting open on the outside.
Loose ball was won by the Patriots. Albert thought about the 3. Blake thought about a 3. And now they're going to regather and play it out. 18 seconds and counting. Lucian calling for the final shot. It's going to be in the hands of the point guard and the leader of this team, Blake Stanger. 10 seconds and counting now. As Strong comes to press him. 5 seconds and counting. Stanger, Fader, no. Battle for the board is won by Chul. And at the buzzer, his half-court shot is no good. A very competitive back-and-forth first quarter has the Patriots out on top by 1. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter after this. Start of the second quarter.
And for the Patriots, you had mentioned that, you want to see the plus-minus when both Cooper and Albert are in. And I really think it'll do a great job because they really do a great job working on the inside, getting the defense to have to go inside, try to prevent that. And then that's when you see the shots by Albert and Stanger getting open on the outside. And not to mention all that play inside is drawing a lot of fouls. Vikings already forced 7 fouls. Patriots in the bonus so early in the game.
Higgins has the ball up top. Vikings looking to call it a set here. Chul finally gets a touch. Stanger, good contest on the shot by Long. Albert, with his hands up, cannot block the shot from John Farmer, who finally gets on the board. His first 2 of the game.
And not much.
Saw a little bit of the zone there on that possession.
And the Vikings staying aggressive on defense right now, trying to force some more turnovers for the Patriots.
Harding.
Not much Patriots can do right now with that aggressive defense.
Both teams coming out with a zone to start the second quarter. That's one way to slow the pace down. Vikings have a lot of length, and of course starts with Chul. See if somebody can set a ball screen. Continuing to work it around. Harding down low to Cooper, and that's going to be a bailout foul.
And right now with that zone defense, Patriots left with not many options. An important thing for them will be don't rush anything. Don't force any shots inside. Keep moving the ball, because if you're moving the ball and, like you said, a ball screen, you keep doing all that, you'll see shots being open. You'll see people getting open.
Jack Cooper at the line.
Cooper's 1-1. It's going to be short. Battle for the rebound, won by Chul. He gets swarmed, leads it to a wide open Bennett. And that is going to be a loose ball foul. And it's going to be on Omaha North. Good box out there by Trevor Albert.
And Albert on the whole rebounding side has been great. Tied with Jack Cooper for first in the team with 5.5 rebounds per game. And that's really been a huge part that both bigs are contributing to rebounding. They both make it one of their top priorities, and on the other side, they're getting a lot of buckets as well.
Working it around still. This has been pretty good zone D. Cooper uses his size advantage, however, to get that layup. Patriots back on top by 1.
Yeah, nice vision by Stanger, making the nice over-the-head pass, and a great finish by Cooper.
Strong with the ball. Chul gonna hoist a three. Too strong. Oh, Albert had that ball slip right through his hands. For some reason, Omaha North tried to save it. That was Higgins.
I think right there is some miscommunication by Higgins, not exactly knowing the situation.
And now a turnover on the Patriots.
Number 12, Trey Mungan into the
Pretty low scoring game we have so far.
lineup.
And so far, one thing we've seen the Vikings going for is they've been trying some threes, especially with Chul. This season, three-pointers been all right for them. 32% from three. It's been okay. Pretty even with the Patriots. Patriots at 34.
Patriots sticking in the zone. Bennett works it around to Strong. Continuing to move it side to side is Omaha North. Now tightly guarded is Chul by Stanger. Post move down low. That's going to be a travel before it even began on John Farmer. Now checking into the game for the first time is number 22, Lance Rucker.
And you pointed out on that last play the defensive intensity that Blake Stanger brought right there. And it's gotten to this point where it's not even a surprise for us. We see every game, even if, on the stat sheet he's not putting up the most points, we've seen such intensity on defense and such great leadership from Blake Stanger all season long.
I mean, this Patriot team is very evenly distributed. Share the ball. There's no clear best player on this team, just a lot of good players, I would say, and they all work together cohesively, and they continue to get better as a whole. And, of course, they're still very young. Trevor Albert, the senior, leads the team with 12 points per game. Jack Cooper's next with 11. Gage Stanger, who was the leading scorer earlier in the year, with 10. Blake Stanger with 8. Obviously, he's the floor general. He does a lot of other things, as well as score the rock. And, obviously, Michael Harding averaging 10 points a game. So everybody's within 8 to 12 points per game. So you never know who's going to step up and be the guy for the Patriots. Chul looking to drive baseline. That's going to be a blocking foul on Gage Stanger. That's going to be number 2 on him. And right away, Michael Harding going to come back into the game, most likely for Gage.
Yeah, and with that selflessness and sharing you're talking about, you really look and you often see not the same person leading the team in scoring. Some days it'll be, Trevor Albert if the three-pointer's open. They always make sure to find the best matchup. Some nights it's Cooper when they got a big mismatch down low. Sometimes you'll see Michael Harding when he's going inside drawing fouls. It's just they always make sure that they're not leading the team. They make sure to find whatever the best option is for the team to get the win.
Rucker, good defense with Williams. However, a foul's going to be drawn. And it's going to be on Rucker.
Foul charge to Millard South, number 22, Lance Rucker.
And now the 5th foul for the Patriots. Getting awfully close to getting the bonus.
First free throw is no good.
And in this close of a game, you got to make sure you're converting on these free throws. You got a wide open shot, obviously. The free throw shooting for both teams have been pretty even. Patriots at 64%, while the Vikings are at 63%. So almost identical free throw shooting as Williams knocked down the second one. And Cooper coming back in for Rucker.
(15-15) all. Under 4 minutes to go in the opening half. It's been a low-scoring game, Joey, but it hasn't been a sloppy game.
Not at all.
A lot of good defense. A slower pace because both teams have decided to play zone now. Harding thought about pulling that three. And once again, as just alluded to, the slow pace, trying to find a man open in the zone.
Nice patience by the Patriots, waiting for the right look.
Albert, size advantage, goes up with it. No. Cooper loses it after he gets the rebound. Now Harding gets a poke from behind, and it's Chul up ahead. Chul, no look, but it was behind Williams, who's going to have to bring it back out. And now a steal by Albert. It appeared that John Farmer was wide open underneath.
Yeah, just couldn't get it to him.
Recognize it himself, yeah. Albert brings it back out. First ball screen we've seen them run out of the zone. I think they should continue to try to do more of that. Led to a foul right away.
And it's an interesting call. You see Albert, at least in that last play, had a pretty big size mismatch, yet instead of going inside, stays on that three. Interesting move, but at the same time, if you watch him, his biggest games, his best games are when he's open from three. So I understand keeping him out there, but at the same time, when you got that big mismatch, sometimes you got to get inside, try and draw a foul. You had mentioned that it's not a very sloppy game, it's a slow pace. That's absolutely correct. I think about 2 minutes into the game, we saw a stretch where both teams were going quick, both teams were going fast, and that's where we saw both teams getting a couple turnovers, getting a couple errant fouls, and now they really started to notice that. And like you said, it's been very slow pace, very smart game right now. Both teams with good defensive possessions and also being wise.
These two teams don't play like phenomenal offense. Millard South averaging 56 points per game, Omaha North averaging 58. So we expected this game to be moderately slower paced, but not to this extreme with 2 minutes to go in the half in a 17-15 ball game. Williams going to drive left on Cooper. That's going to be a foul on Cooper. And that's going to be number 2 on Cooper, obviously picking up that foul in the first 19 seconds of the game. He's done a good job the rest of the half not to commit any fouls.
And one big advantage for the Vikings in this game is, obviously you got Chol kind of at the top by a lot in scoring. But if you look at their bench and the lower starters, you kind of see everyone's contributing. Where for the Patriots, their starters have 50.8 of their 55.8 points per game. So that's one thing they really got to make sure they're implementing the bench more. And we've seen that lately. If you watch, you see Trey Mungin playing a lot bigger of a role for the Patriots. You see him making some big plays on defense, good court vision. We've seen the corner 3 come in effect a lot for him. So for the Patriots, a big thing they got to work on is getting that bench more involved.
Williams tried to get his own miss from the line. Patriots still up by 1. Williams making 1 of 2. Vikings on the year, 63% from the free throw line. If you're running with Millard South, 64%. A lot of similarity between these two teams. Very inconsistent. Up-and-coming teams, though. And obviously, Chul, the main guy for Omaha North, as that's going to be a turnover on Trevor Albert through his hands.
In such a close game, you got to make sure you're limiting those, just little errant ones like that where, a good pass just wasn't able to come up with that. And a big opportunity for the Vikings. If they can keep capitalizing on these turnovers, it could be a huge advantage for them.
Patriots sticking in that zone. Strong with a good closeout. Had to give it up. Now they work it around. Into the corner. And now back out to Williams. Down low, Farmer. Reverse layup is good.
Basket by number 30.
Eluding the size of Trevor Albert. Vikings now back in front, minute 19 and counting, 18-17 advantage.
And now it's the second time we've seen Farmer go inside and get a bucket right on Trevor Albert.
Cooper in the corner. Nowhere to go with it. Now Blake Stinger being begged to drive left. What he does, now brings it back out. Swing it around in the corner. Tell you what, the activity of this zone has really given the Patriots some problems here on this possession.
Yeah, they're almost forcing the Patriots to go a little more fast pace.
Harding, though, sticks his nose in there, uses his body
Michael Harding
to get the 2-point shot to go.
And it seems like all season that's the biggest thing we've seen from Harding, going inside, attacking the middle of the lane and going up.
That's going to be a blocking foul on Blake Stinger. That's going to be his second.
Foul is charged. Millard South, number 3. Blake Stinger, his
And for the Patriots, this will be a big win today. Obviously, last few games haven't gone exactly how they would like, with 2 consecutive losses to Omaha Central and Burke. But really, you look at those games, Omaha Central, a very talented team, and in the first half, they stuck in close. The game was tied at 27 to start off. In the second half, though, Omaha Central able to get everything to fall. And the Burke game obviously just didn't go their way. Lost by 12. They were down a starter. So for the Patriots tonight would be a good night to just put them back on track for their season. Show them that they're still a contender, they can compete with any team, and that they can come out on top if they try hard enough.
We thought if they could win 1 of 2 after the upset win against Prep, if they could win one of two against Berkeley Central, they would still have a fighter's punch to get to the playoffs, get to state. But I mean, at this point, I mean, it's about progress. 5-8. There's a lot of really good things that have happened this year for the Patriots. A lot of people did not expect this team to be relatively competitive at all. Obviously, that notion was proven wrong out of the get-go, but
Yeah,
right now it's just about accumulating more W's, maybe try to get to 500 by the end of the season. Obviously, with more games and more wins comes more experience for a young squad like this one. We got 10 seconds to go in the half, and that's going to be out of bounds, poked out of bounds by Farmer. So 7.4 seconds to go. Patriots trailing by 1.
Patriots obviously looking for a big bucket to give them the lead going into the half.
Albert down low. Clear foul. Got hit on the face, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Foul is charged to Omaha North number 30, John Farmer.
And 10 fouls for the Vikings. That's one thing that you can bet that in the locker room at half, they're going to make sure the coach is going to go over a way that they can stay strong on defense, keep that zone going, but also limit the fouls at the same time.
Trevor's first free throw is no good.
And Albert unsuccessful there, but he's been their top free throw shooter, shooting 75% from the charity stripe going into today.
Albert's second free throw is good. We're all knotted up at 20 with 5 seconds and counting. Chul with the ball. Chul trying to create separation at the buzzer. No good. That is it for the first half. A very fast, however very slow pace first half has both teams evened up at 20. Once again, we urge you to watch the Millard South Dance Team halftime performance. For now, we send it away. South on Stage will be performing first in the finals at their show choir competition today, being hosted at Millard West. Here is a short clip of their show titled Hide and Seek, video by Millard South Media's Haley Geringer. Start of the second half. Dylan Poster along with Joey Kirkle. 20 all. Both teams played predominantly zone in the first half. That's what we see from Omaha North to start the second half.
Yeah, so far, really good, close game. A big factor so far has been that zone defense, like you had mentioned.
That is a three right out of the gates by Blake Stanger.
No time wasted.
Him get more aggressive, Joey.
Yeah, no time wasted. His 5th point of the night. Good job making his presence known right away.
Williams driving. Stanger staying right in front of him. Now Farmer looking to spin. Williams. Oh, nice dump down to Farmer. Can't convert. Gets the board. No foul called. And that's going to be out of bounds off of Millard South.
And so far for both teams, we've just seen great team basketball. No big scores. Like so far for, Omaha North, their top scorer, Wal Chul, only 5 points for him. So it's not like he's been, out of the blue amazing. Farmer with 4, Strong also with 4. So for Omaha North, been good team basketball. You could say the same for the Patriots with Cooper and Trevor both leading with 6 points.
Chul attacks, gets bumped by Harding before his shot went up.
Foul charge, Millard South.
Very impressive with Chul, very lengthy, very good ball handler despite his size.
Yeah, he's been very impressive. One of those guys where he can do it all.
Very
he's not just a big man. He's quick, he's got good handles, and he's got a good eye for the game.
Yeah. That's going to be a foul there on Blake Stanger. That's another thing he's really good at just because of his quickness, is drawing fouls.
Yeah.
Number 3, Blake Stanger, his 3rd.
He's one of those guys where he's hard to stop. You got to get a little aggressive to try and prevent him, and a lot of times that results in fouls.
Play like that, though, you wish Blake wouldn't reach in. I mean, sure, it'd be a good play if you can commit the steal, but is it really necessary? Is it really worth picking up that third?
And a very interesting call right there.
Yeah.
Inbound pass appeared to hit the top or hit the bottom of the backboard. They called it tipped. A lot of people not happy about that.
We'll get into Decker checking off the bench. And that is deflected. Gage Stanger saying he didn't touch that one.
Interesting.
Williams looking to drive. Munchen with good hands. 6 in front of him. Chul. Crosses up Harding. Talk about that quickness.
Heck of a move right there. Great crossover, looking like AI right there, and knocks down the jumper.
He's got very quick feet for his size. Harding. Oh, nice look to Albert. Created the open space, and Albert knocks it down.
Great job by Albert. We know that at any point of the game, if he's open from 3, chances are he knocks it down. Now 9 points in the night for Albert, leading the team.
Can't give Albert space beyond that 3-point line. Decker, their third leading scorer, comes off the bench. He dishes out to Williams. Williams looking to drive, and that's going to be a foul on Munchen.
And Williams, who we had mentioned, second on the team in scoring, averaging about 12 points, has really been limited tonight. Only 3 points for him in the first half. Patriots have done a really good job limiting their top scorers, but like I had mentioned, at the same time, the Vikings doing a good job getting everyone implemented into the offense.
See if the Patriots can start to maybe push the pace a little, move the ball side to side faster.
I think that'll definitely
be more aggressive on the offensive end. Find a shot.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a big key. We saw late in that first half when the mix of that Viking zone and the Patriots' slow tempo, it just wasn't, it was really hard for the Patriots to try and open and create shots. So I definitely think kind of picking up the pace a little bit will work, and we've seen it working so far this half.
And it could lead to more open threes, and we've seen, especially at home, Patriots, when they get open threes, anybody on the floor can hit a 3 at any time. Munchen picks up his dribble, looking for somebody to give it off to. It's now in the hands of Albert. Gets it off to Cooper. Cooper looking to attack. Pretty good defense right there by Decker. Munchen working the point right now with Blake on the bench with 3 fouls. Harding looking to get a crease. Albert flares to the corner. Stanger spins off his defender, attacks off the glass and no good.
Nice move, good job going up strong, just wasn't able to knock it down right there.
A blow by number 3, J-Ron Lewis off the bench. And the lead for the Millard South Patriots is back down to 1. About 3 minutes played so far in this third quarter. Munchen off to Albert. Can he answer? No. Jewell with the rebound.
And for the Vikings, right here could be a big opportunity. This run, if they can continue this, it'll be a great job getting momentum, maybe taking over this game.
Harding deals with the quickness of Jewell. Now Williams looking to blow by Munchen. Layoff off the glass is good.
Basket by Keyshawn Williams.
So the two leading scorers for the Vikings starting to come alive, take more initiative on the offensive end. All the offense, all the shots running through them right now.
Timeout on the floor.
It's going to be a full timeout called by Coach Lucian right here. Millard South 26, Omaha North 27. We'll take a quick break and be right back. We resume play. 4:38 to go in the third quarter. Blake Stenger back in with 3 fouls, Joey. A lot of trust being put in by Coach Lucian right now.
I mean, I think he knows that Blake's a leader. He knows what needs to be done. He knows that the team really needs him, so he's definitely going to do a good job limiting his aggression, making sure he's not committing, uneducated fouls.
Omaha North switches to man. Patriots retaliate right away. Trying to get backdoor cuts towards the basket. Very well-guarded possession, and it's going to lead to an eventual Munchen turnover.
And like you had mentioned, really good aggressive defense by the Vikings. And for the Patriots, they were getting close. You got to make sure in possessions like that, they're moving the ball really well, being smart, and watching those back cuts. There are a lot of opportunities to get some nice back cuts in. You can see a lot of times where you can get a man wide open down low.
Jaron Lewis dribbling it up top, gives it off to Decker. Farmer getting a touch. Decker. Oh, nice feed underneath by Williams. He was sitting all alone with nobody on him.
Yeah, nice job by Decker getting open, and great vision right there finding him.
Jewell's going to bump into Gage Stenger.
And for the Patriots, a big thing for them today will be making sure that they're playing their game both halves. We've seen a lot of times the Patriots having some second half struggles. Even the last game against Burke, they had the lead the majority of the first half. They were up 18-17 of the first. They were up at halftime in a close game. In the second half, it just got rough for them. Even their last 2 home wins against Prep, we saw them slow down in the fourth quarter. Against Millard West, we saw them get heavily outscored.
Albert, bang!
And that'll be one big key for staying in the game. Albert always comes up huge with those threes. Already 12 points for him tonight.
Well, I think the 3 ball is by far the key to the success for the Patriots if they want to win this game. Nothing seems to be open down low. And look, there have been open looks from the 3 constantly. As Stenger gets that shot blocked by Jaron Lewis. No foul called, and now an offensive foul going to be called. It's going to be on Farmer.
And on the other side, on that last block by the Vikings, a lot of people not happy about that call. Either way, great defense and great hustle by Lewis. Ran down there, great block attempt, got the block. It's questionable if that was a block or a foul, but either way, great aggression by him right there. And you had mentioned how big that 3 is and how it's been their most successful thing. And one thing, that's why, making sure that the big men have a big opportunity, that's what really opens that. When Jack Cooper's going inside, that 3-pointer really opens up.
Turnover and blocked by Albert. Scrambled for the loose ball. Jewel up top for 3. Yes, a silencer by Jewel.
And plays like that are key for either team. Once the momentum's strong with one team, bouncing right back, answering could be huge.
Another sloppy play by the Patriots as Harding looking to check back into the game. Jewel now pulls up from 2. No good. Albert tips it right to Cooper. And that's going to be a reach-in foul. Getting too greedy was Evan Decker.
And on that jumper by Jewel, you got lucky. You missed that one. But he was pretty open right there. You got to make sure for a high scorer like that we've seen can shoot.
I think they're going to... We'll see what's going on right here. I think they switched to the call.
Looks like they did. They overturned it. That'll be Vikings ball. Not sure who they ended up calling it on. That'll be Vikings ball.
Appeared to clearly be Millard South ball.
Yeah.
Jewel. Good defense there by Blake. Decker gets a touchdown low. Looking to isolate against Cooper. Spins. Aaron shot. And that is Patriot ball. Boy, this crowd would have been in a free-for-all if they called that one off for the Patriots. Patriots, though, they need to regroup. They had a couple sloppy offensive possessions. Now dealing with the officiating, right? Don't need any distractions. Need to focus on one single goal. That's just getting a basket every time down.
Yeah, well, the quicker.
Nice crossover by Harding. Munchin in the corner, his specialty. No, Albert fighting. Couldn't win it. J-Ron Lewis in the open court. They've got numbers. Stanger looking not to foul. Jewel. Nice lob by Williams.
Yeah, great play there by the Vikings. Nice aggression, nice quick play.
Now. Timeout, Patriots. Patriots looking to regroup. Actually been a lot more offense in this quarter, Joey. A lot more aggressiveness.
Yeah, and at first it was going back and forth. Seeing both teams contribute. Now we're seeing the Patriots starting, like you said, get a little sloppy, and that's resulting in a lot of easy buckets for the Vikings. So the Patriots, like you said, need to regroup. I think they need to go up there, just kind of slow it down for a play. While the quicker pace did work for them, I think they got to slow it down for a little bit, try and regroup, like you said, and then keep attacking like they were at first.
Continue to penetrate and find the open man, too.
Yeah, because we really saw to start off this half, they had a really good start offensively. They were getting good looks. Albert was knocking down a shot, saw a lot of good looks inside too. But now they're getting a little sloppy, a little reckless, and it's not working for them.
We had to pause it due to copyright real quick. We resume play, minute 31.
And for the Patriots right now, retaliation's huge. The Vikings have had the number for the last couple minutes, but they got to strike back right now, show that they're still in this game, which they obviously still are.
Stanger pulls up. Yes, nice little action out of the break. We know Lucian, he's really good at drawing out plays out of the half. Get his guys involved. See if they go back to that play.
Yeah, nice spot-up jumper right there by Stanger.
Williams drives, uses that explosiveness, cannot convert the layup. Cooper stayed with him, good enough. Now Patriots with numbers. Albert. Oh, he gets that ball stripped from behind. Stanger's going to save it, though. Albert, quick heat check. Yes! Trevor Albert. Well, that was an answer, Joey.
After trailing by 5, it's nothing for him. Quick 5-point run. Albert with his 15th point of the night.
We talked about it. They just needed to regroup, play their basketball. Now they're going to get the rebound on this end. Over the back foul. That's going to be on number 40. Check into the game for the first time, Caleb Wilson. Obviously, that's only the third team foul of the half for the Vikings. Both teams now with 3 team fouls, so bonus, double bonus, not an issue for the moment.
Yeah, Vikings did a really good job making sure to limit those fouls. In the first half, we saw they had 6 fouls at the end of the first quarter. The bonus became a big issue for them. Right now, they've definitely done a great job with half the fouls.
Stanger pushing it into the corner. Cooper hoists a 3. Oh, in and out. Once again, though, I like the penetration and kicking out for 3s. It seems to be the way to go. And that is an offensive foul.
Player control foul. Charge to number 3, J. Ron.
And a great job. We've said it time and time again. Blake Stanger always has a huge role on defense, and there it is right there. Great job, great leadership, taking the charge. The Patriots now have the ball. Tie game, 13 seconds to go in the quarter.
Blake's really smart with that kind of stuff. He kind of picks his spots of when to make the aggressive play, when to try to force the turnover on the defensive end. And obviously with 3 fouls, he had to be smart. Stuck his body on the line, got rewarded for it.
Yeah, he definitely knew that right now is the moment. Right now is the perfect time to do it, try to get that ball back.
8 seconds and counting in the third. Stanger, floater, no. Off the glass and no good. Wilson to Williams. Schul, can he get a shot off? Blocked from behind by Albert. Great job by Trevor Albert, not giving up on the play and denying Schul of a possible go-ahead jumper. 34 all. We're going to the fourth. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. On the floor right now for the Patriots, both Stangers, Harding, Cooper, and Trevor Albert, the leading scorer in this one. Oh, nearly a turnover. Harding tacks the basket, gets hit on the head from behind, and it'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And we saw a good third quarter by both teams. So it was a 20-20 halftime score, but they really pushed it. 14-14 in the third quarter. Both teams really up in the aggressiveness. And while, you know, for a little bit it looked like the Vikings had the advantage, the Patriots did a great job striking back, ending the half on a 5-0 run real quick. And we got a tie ball game going into the fourth.
Just needed to regather, regroup. Harding's first free throw's no good.
And Harding this season been the second leader in free throw percentage, only behind Trevor Albert. 73% from the line, wasn't able to get it to fall right there.
Game plan for the Patriots should be continuing the penetration, drive and kick for open 3s, which has worked very successful in this second half. Scored 17 points in the first half, both teams. 18 and 17 points so far in the first 8 minutes of this half, respectively. And as for on this end, they need to just corral Schul, but also Williams. He's been very aggressive attacking. Decker spots up for 3. Cooper comes crashing down with the rebound. And now the Patriots have numbers. Albert, they swing it around to Harding. Quick ball movement. Bang!
Big 3 right there by Michael Harding. His 6th point of the night, trying to make a big influence right now as the Patriots take a 4-point lead.
Oh, Stanger got the steal almost. Good aggressive play. It's Decker. Not going to give it off to Higgins. Schul for 3. Cannot answer back. Cooper with another strong rebound.
And we saw a great IQ by Blake Stanger on that last play. Great job, almost stealing the ball. And when it was loose, he knew that if he tried to get it for much longer, it was going to be a foul. So he pulled back, which was really smart of him, making sure he doesn't get in even bigger foul trouble.
Harding looking to isolate his man. Leaves Albert for an open three. No. And that was off of Jack Cooper, says the officials. That would have been a huge three. But once again, penetration. Guys move over on the three-point line. Trevor Albert's wide open for a three.
And that's become a big theme of this game. Seems like when the Patriots are in their best moment, it either starts or ends with an Albert three. And the Vikings already being observant of the time, rolling the ball in.
Williams attacks, loses it. It's underneath, and let's see who that was. That was John Farmer.
Basket by number 30, John Farmer.
Nice game by Farmer, 6th point of the night.
Stanger going to give a touch now to Albert, looking to get Farmer back on this end. Double team comes. Albert loses it, regathers. Cooper cuts to the basket, turns around, spins. However, he left it short, and J. Ron Lewis comes down with the ball. Vikings racing up the court, going fast. Williams, ball fake, errant layup. Probably should have taken the jumper, just gone straight up with it. But Lewis is going to regroup. And that's going to be a reach and foul on the floor. It's going to be the 4th team foul of the half. I'll tell you what, we had foul trouble with both Albert and Cooper in the first quarter. That's not even a question now. Both players don't even have 3 fouls. So.
Yeah, they did a great job. We've seen them develop a lot throughout this season. They've really developed that IQ where they know that if they're in foul trouble, they know the right way. They know the plays where they need to be aggressive and the plays where they should just take a step back and make sure they're not going to hurt themselves later in the game.
And that comes with more experience as well. And nice pressure defense by Blake Stanger, forcing Chul to dribble the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, yet again, Blake Stanger doing a great job, forcing another turnover. The Patriots got the ball with a 2-point lead, hoping to extend that right here.
Yet another close battle coming down to the wire here at Millard South. Gage. Now over to Blake. Trying to give Cooper a touch. Now back out. Cross court. Albert, they forgot about him. Fouled and one! Holy moly, Trevor Albert.
What a play by Albert. A costly foul, and he took advantage. 18 points in the night by Albert. This second half, he has been huge hitting threes, and now he can make it a 4-point play.
A Drew League 3 by Trevor Albert. Only the real ones know, Joey.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that's his 5th three of the night. It's 4th or 5th, I know that for sure.
He's got a short trigger. Now overly aggressive is Jack Cooper, ticky-tack foul. Going to be the 5th team foul on the Patriots in the
Foul
half.
is charged to Millard South, number 34, Jack Cooper.
And that'll be Cooper's 2nd of the night. Like you said, great job by the Patriots. It'll be Gage Stanger's 3rd of the night.
So next foul for both teams respectively will be in the 1-and-1. And obviously free throws on the year. Millard South shooting 64%. Omaha North shooting 63%. And that is an illegal pick on Williams. Another great defensive play by Blake Stanger. He's about had a handful of those kind of plays in the last several minutes.
The Vikings, number 4.
Yeah, it seems like every time the Vikings seem to get something going your way, Blake Stanger's got something cooked up to turn the tables.
And that's leadership. That's doing other things besides putting the ball in the basket, right? Doing the little things at the most important times. It's what leaders do. It's what Blake Stanger is. Gage ain't so bad himself. Finds a wide open Trevor Albert. No good. You think Omaha North would try to pay more attention to him. Just keep leaving him out. And once again, Stanger slows down the transition with a deflection.
And you mentioned, he plays a huge role when he doesn't even get the ball in the basket. That's kind of the same thing we saw from Matty Kroll tonight. Wasn't a huge scoring night, but played a huge role in the foul call on Albert. And that'll be a 1-and-1 for the Vikings.
Call reach and foul on Albert, but that play by Blake, see, that won't show up in the on the stat sheet, right? But I mean, even if they do score in this possession, hypothetically speaking, if they didn't, that's a play that stopped them from having 3-on-2 numbers in transition. So
yeah, you look Blake Stanger and so many more players in this team, but especially Blake Stanger. He's one of those guys where you can't judge him based off of the stat line. He provides so much more for his team day in and day out.
Gage over to Mungin. Mungin dumps it down to Cooper, who wasn't expecting that pass. Oh, nice hands there by J-Ron Lewis. Oh my! Blake Stanger right on cue. Diving for the loose balls, Cooper. Blake Stanger and one! He's a bad man, Joey.
He is everywhere on the court right now. Some huge defensive plays, forcing another steal, going in, and he can convert the and one, his 7th point of the night, but he has done so much more for this team than 7 points. Fantastic night, fantastic play right there by Blake Stanger.
That was one of the highlights of the year right there.
Absolutely.
And it's why Omaha North is going to have to take a timeout. Blake Stanger's going to the line with this team up 7, looking to add on to that lead. We're going to stay right here. Let's diagnose that last play for our viewers.
I mean, Blake Stanger, huge play, forcing the steal, diving on it. Cooper dove on it, got it right back to Stanger. Stanger goes up strong, gets the bucket. Great job. This quarter, the Patriots have outscored them 9-2. They're doing fantastic.
You know what, though? I mean, we were literally just talking about like plays that don't show up in the shot league. I mean, he just makes aggressive defensive plays. It's just that basketball IQ.
Yeah, nonstop aggression and great IQ.
I mean, looking back, if the Patriots can hold on, this will be probably the biggest stretch of the game. And who's making the play? Blake Stanger. That's what leaders do. I mean, for starters, he averages the least amount of points, but we don't view him that way.
Yeah.
We view him as an all-around talent.
Yeah, we know that he is
a floor general. Like, he's in charge, it just seems
He's a floor general. He's quite possibly the best leader on this team because he always brings 110%. He always has a great IQ, knows when to catch the other team off guard with those fantastic defensive plays. Yet again, forcing another turnover and a huge play for the Patriots right there.
And let's keep in mind, he had 3 fouls pretty early on in this half. Has yet to pick up another foul. Once again, that speaks to his intelligence, just his basketball IQ in general.
And right here, looking to make an 8-point game. And if that'll be the case, then the Patriots will have outscored the Vikings 10-2 this quarter. It was 34-34. Right now it's 43-36.
Could not convert the free throw, however. And now he'll guard Chul. And why not? Put your most scrappy defensive player on the opposing team's best player. Chul not near his average tonight. The Patriots have done a great job corralling him. Looking to isolate. Oh, Stanger playing up. Blows past Stanger. Blocked right by Cooper. And then an outlet pass. Could have been a turnover. Finds Mungin. Now back to Gage. Gage could have got fouled. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up and in.
Basket by Gage.
Great play all around. Amazing block by Jack Cooper. Nice job by Gage Stanger leading the team down on the other side and getting the bucket.
That's going to be a blocking foul on Gage. We were just talking about basketball IQ, and then Blake Stanger chucks it 90 feet down the court.
Charge to Millard South, number 2, Gage
Could have been a near turnover, but great,
hey.
relentless job by Gage Stanger, getting his own rebound over and over, not giving up on the play. Winning plays, and we've seen this team continues to make more winning plays every week. And they're now looking to run away with this one.
And now the only concern, Gage Stanger now with 4 fouls, definitely have to make sure he's playing smart.
How about Trey Mungin giving valuable minutes?
He's been such a great role player for the Patriots the last few games.
Second free throw is good as well, so leads cut down to 7, 45-38 Patriots, and they start the press.
Timeout on the floor.
Patriots weren't ready for it. They're going to call a timeout to talk things over. We'll take a quick break with 3:06 to go in the fourth quarter. Your Patriots with a 7-point advantage. Looking to come. A clear region foul not called. And now Williams looking to pressure Gage. Gage. And that's going to be a foul on the way up. And we'll see if they call that on the shot or if it will just be a 1-and-1. And it will be shooting 2.
And one thing I had mentioned, I believe early in the second half, was that the Patriots so far this season have struggled in the fourth quarter, and they're shutting me up. This fourth quarter, they have outscored the Vikings 11-4, and they have done a fantastic job this quarter, really taking over the game, and now 7-point lead, little under 3 minutes to go, and they're looking to take this victory home for the Patriots.
Just got to continue getting stops, and you got to make your free throws. Gage missed the first, looking to make it up on the second one, and he does. Offense for defense substitutions. Keep in mind, Gage Stanger does have 4 personal fouls. Good job by Lucian getting him out of the game right now for Trey Mungin.
It was a smart move because Mungin's been a great defender,
yeah,
and you don't have to worry about fouls with him. So all around, nice move by Lucian. Let's see how much of an effect it ends up playing.
Stanger, Blake Stanger that is, looking to shut down Chul. Man who averages 21 points per game. It's been pretty quiet for most of the game. Williams looking to drive, and that is off of...
And that one really appeared to be off the Vikings, but the Patriots brushing that one off their shoulder. Looking to have another big stop, and another great play on defense by Blake Stanger, almost nearly forcing the turnover.
He got his hands on it.
Here he did. Fantastic defensive play. Just call didn't go their way.
And that's an illegal screen. Blake Stanger creates it. What do you know? You know, I think a perfect word to describe Blake would be a winner.
Absolutely.
He just makes winning plays.
I would love to see, just in the second half, how many times he is forced to turn over on the other side, whether it's an illegal screen or just a charge or just a steal. He has been everywhere on defense and on offense, too. He's been done a fantastic job being a great leader this half.
I mean, teams look at his size and they try to go at him on the defensive end, and that's just a mistake. It's just flat out that simple.
I mean, you look at him guarding Chol and you think that's a big mismatch. Not when you're talking about Blake Stanger.
Not necessarily. Yep. Gage looking to find somebody. He's going to give it off to Blake. He's going to give it right back. Gage attacking. No foul called. Chul the rebound, and that's going to be a reach and foul. Silly foul on the Patriots.
Foul charge to Millard.
And 1-and-1. Actually, yeah, 1-and-1 still for Omaha North. Munchin, we'll see if he checks back in. Offense for defense substitutions with Gage.
Chul at the line.
And Chul hoping to get back on the board. Like you said, he's been really quiet tonight. 5 points at halftime. He might have 2 points this half. He's been shut down. Patriots done a great job.
First free throw's up and good for Chul.
And you would mention they might sub in Mungin. Looks like they're leaving Stanger in. They trust him on defense to make the smart play and avoid fouls.
It's also beneficiary when you have a 7-point lead as well. We're now under 2 minutes to go in this one, ladies and gentlemen. 46-39 Patriots. Blake back inside to Gage. Staying patient with it. And now back out to Blake. Harding.
Patriots, good ball movement, taking their time, looking to kill a little bit of clock right here.
Omaha North refusing to foul too. And that will be a travel on Blake. And now the offense for defense substitution will occur. Munchin now checking into the game for Stanger.
And for the Vikings right here, this could be a huge opportunity. You just forced a turnover. Now you got to score. A little over a minute and a half left. You're trailing by 7. This is the perfect opportunity. Try and get Chul open. If not, they've had a lot of big scores tonight. Try and find an open man, get some points on the board, get yourself back into this game.
See if Stanger can guard Chul in the open court again. Chul gets past and one.
Fantastic play by Wall Chul. He's showing everyone that he is the best player for the Vikings right now.
Best
He's
player
really
on the
been
court,
stepping
let's be
up.
honest. He seems like the most talented player. That's not a knock at anybody. That's when you have that kind of quickness, that kind of speed as a big man, that's talent.
Yeah, and his presence, like we mentioned, he wasn't doing much at the start of the half, but right now, when they need him, he's showing up.
See if he can knock down this free throw with 1:25 to go. He does. Lead has been cut down to 4. Omaha North's going to take a timeout. We still have a long ways to go in this one. We'll take a quick break to regather and be back after this. Not surprisingly, pressuring the inbounds, trying to force a turnover. See the Patriots go along with it. Instead, they're going to get off to Cooper. Harding being safe with it. An error in play. Jules going to track it down. Cooper cannot handle the pass. Omaha North. Lewis blocked from behind. Battle for the ball, and they're actually going to call a foul.
Huge block by Albert. Nice job by the Vikings getting the ball right back, though.
So Williams is going to go to the line to shoot 2 because it's in the double bonus.
And Cooper entered the quarter with only 1 foul. He's got 4 right now.
First free throw's good. And look, if I'm Omaha North, even if I get the lead down to to single digits, or not single digits, to 1 possession game, excuse me, which is what I want, I continue to press.
Yeah, it's been working really well. It's a 7-point game, and they've done a great job in the last few minutes getting right back in it.
Why settle when you can possibly get the lead? Williams misses the second free throw. We're looking to pressure Gage Stenger, who's going to get wrapped up and fouled from behind. So that's a pretty interesting strategy. I mean, obviously the Patriots are going to look to slow it down, maybe just work the ball around, kill like 30 seconds. So Millard, or Omaha North, excuse me, they're going to play the long game, play the foul game.
And I think it's become like a tradition or something that every boys' home game has to be a nail-biter.
I mean, it's good for us.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. It's what you want to see.
They've won them, though.
Yeah.
They've won all of these close home games, so.
And big free throws here by Stanger, trying to make it a 2-possession game, and he does with the first one.
And at this point in the game, I think it's just reasonable to keep Gage on the floor. If he fouls out, he fouls out.
Yeah. And for Stanger, been an excellent scorer all year. Free throw shooting's been an issue for him, but not right here. 2 huge free throws coming in clutch, a minute left.
So it's 48-43.
And looks like they'll make the move, put Mungin in, taking Gage Stanger out.
And I like this strategy by Lucian. Trying to deny Chul the ball. Make him play at a slower pace, kill some time. Mungin switches on to Chul. 3 ball, no good, too strong off the rim. Albert comes in for it, and that is out of bounds off of J. Ron Lewis.
And you can tell at this point, the Vikings do not like that Chul on Stanger matchup. Seems like every play now they're calling for a pick, trying to switch it, because they know that for some reason, although the size match favors the Vikings, Stanger's intensity is a little too much for him. They have not been able to get Chul good looks when Stanger's guarding him.
In the corner, Albert's going to find Blake, who's now going to push it up the court. No foul called. Nice bounce pass to Gage and one! The icer!
Stinger, he fouled in the act of shooting.
That might have just ended things, Joey.
Huge play by Stanger. Now the opportunity to turn this to an 8-point game. 4 straight points by Stanger, maybe 5 if he can knock this down.
And once again, Blake Stanger is not scoring the basketball on that play, but he made the winning play that set up the and one opportunity.
Yeah, he's nonstop. Like we said, it doesn't always show on the stat line, but he plays a gigantic role in this team. He is a floor general. He is a leader. He finds the open man.
So that and one stretch. When he stole the ball, then got up, converted an and one. Momentum seemed to clearly switch at that point. Gage misses this free throw. 32 seconds and counting. Chul with the ball. Gonna give it off to Bennett. Bennett's three's good. All right, so Omaha North not going away. Darryl Bennett, we haven't heard much from him in the game. Hits that three right now, and a quick timeout by the Vikings. Lead down to 4.
Yeah, and that's really, if you're Bennett, that's the perfect time. You had a slow night, perfect time to pick it up with a huge 3. Now 2-possession game, might be able to get it to 1 with a big stop here. And if you're the Vikings, you're going to try to get someone like Gage Stanger the ball, because if you look, Gage Stanger has struggled a lot with free throw percentage. While he's been a great scorer overall, he's last out of the starters. He's shot 38% from the line this season. Been a great scorer, but hasn't been able to come up clutch when it comes to free throws. So if I'm the Vikings, I'm trying to get him the ball and get a quick foul.
No chance that Chul being used as a decoy, right? Because obviously they're going to foul, depending on what happens at the line. I mean, you have to go for threes this late in the game. All right, no time's going to come off the clock.
Foul charge to the Vikings. Number 10, Deshaun Higgins, his 3rd personal.
And just like that, Stanger goes right back to the line. Big free throw right here.
Gage Stinger at the line.
And once again, pretty good strategy by Lucian. If he would have missed this, even if he makes the second one, the only other man on the Patriots that is up beyond half court is Blake Stanger. Why would that be? To slow it down, slow the ball down.
Yeah, definitely a smart move. Have all your bigger guys stay back. Make sure that they don't get any looks down the court, but also have Blake there to try and keep the ball away from Chul.
First free throw was off the mark. Second free throw is good. So Gage Stanger's going to check out now with 24.6 to go in a 51-46 game in favor of the Patriots. Chul not, of course, so Stanger going to be guarding Williams. Williams looking to get it to Chul. Stanger guarding him. Chul blows past. Layup is good. 16 seconds. Clock continuing to run for some reason. They're going to give it to Cooper. Nobody's fouled yet. And that is my fault. I forgot the clock continues to run in high school in like the last minute, despite a basket being made.
And a very surprising move right there by the Vikings. They hesitated a little too long for the fouling right there. Now only 7.5 seconds for the Vikings. They got to hope that the Patriots are unsuccessful right here on both free throws, and they got to go down there and hit a 3. If the Patriots hit even one of these, it just got a lot tougher for the Vikings. You got to somehow score, stop, and score again.
And at this point, just put your hands up if you're on defense. No more fouls. Harden's first free throw is ice cold. And it's a 2-possession game with 7.5 to go.
And for the Vikings, Harding is not one of the guys you want at the line. I'd mentioned earlier, second on the team in free throw percentage, 73%. You want to get the ball to one of the lower shooters. That's not what they did here as Harding goes and makes one of them.
Harding misses the second one. Jewell with 5, with 4. Stenger doesn't foul. Jewell's 3 is no good. Anyways, Patriots prevail with another close home victory, 52-48 over the 6-7 Omaha North Vikings.
Huge win for the Patriots. Nice job coming back now, 6-8, big win. And next week we'll see the Patriots go. They have a game next Friday at Millard North, looking to upset one of the best teams in the state, maybe the best team in the state.
And keep in mind, we do get to commentate this game next week. So even though it's a road game, tune in next Friday. We will be at Millard North for both the girls and the guys games. And if you are listening to this and you're a student and you're interested in joining broadcasting class here on Millard South, this is the first year Millard South has ever had a broadcasting program. Me and you are the first ever people to call games for this school. So if you're looking to join this class, you think it'd be a fun opportunity, sign up for this class next year. I mean, I don't regret it. I mean,
not at all.
Pretty enjoyable every time
Best class out there.
For Joey Kirkle, Andrew Smith, and Cole Stanislav, I am Dylan Pelster signing off here from Millard South, where your Patriots come away with a 4-point victory here. Have a great night, everybody.